in a country which they believe is dying every day?
Good evening, Pranesh, and good evening to my fellow panelists. Look, there are three issues I'd like to talk upon very briefly. Number one, I think it's rather pointless now to talk about what Rahul has been saying. I mean, in order to make sense of what he says, you have to be from the same planet, and it isn't Earth. When he talks about India and its relationship with America, and he talks about democracy, you only have to see the extent to which democracy is being served to people in Congress ruled states, in Rajasthan, in Chhattisgarh, in Karnataka, where people are being arrested just for having Facebook posts that are critical of the Karnataka Congress government and Siddaramaiah. So, he doesn't know his elbow from other parts of his body. But I believe this US visit is important for us for two reasons. Number one, I think the time has really come for us to realize that we are what we are and what we are going to be because of hard power and not soft power, to be honest. It is great, doubtless, wherever India gets recognized as a soft power, dance, music, culture, knowledge, maths, religions. No one has gifted more to the world than India. But it's also a fact that soft power goes hand in hand with hard power. You know which country, Pranesh, is ranked number one in the Portland Soft Power Index, the definitive index for soft power? A country 200 years old, USA. And yet, it is the number one soft power. The fact is, India was a soft power center when it was also a hard power center. But once it was colonized, subjugated, its soft power reached, also collapsed. Little changed even after independence. India has forever had a shambolic foreign policy because of which we've always been made to sit on a rickety stool adjacent to the big table. We must now drag a chair and sit alongside the powers that are. Finally, we are seeing the face of New India. It has taken 9 years for the Modi dispensation to stand up to Western bullying and to expose their hypocrisy, especially on Pranesh, Ukraine and Russian oil. Remember when President Obama came visiting in 2015 and told us off snootily inside of our own parliament about human rights, and President to Prime Minister down, we remained silent. This when during the Obama years, there were 2.7 lakh violent hate crimes in 2012 alone. But we remained silent, and he waxed eloquent about violence and human rights and preaching and Christians under attack, even though that whole narrative turned out to be completely fake. The US has now become a vital trade and security partner. Unfortunately, because of historically our foreign policy was shackled by obsolete Nehruvian thinking, we've had a cagey relationship with them. But things are on the bend. 34% to 38% of Indian stock market assets are now American investments. Indo-US trade has surged from $16 billion in 1999, Pranesh, to $160 billion now, almost double of French-US trade. NASA and ISRO are now partnering heavily. We have more than 200 American satellites that we've sent into space. Our science and technology collaboration is strong. There is talk of building nuclear reactors together. Energy is one sector where both nations are looking for trade and collaborate heavily. So let us look at the positive sides rather than always the negative sides that is portrayed by Rahul and Congress.